Hello, welcome to our first Reddit episode. This is
And today
a
we're gonna play America's favorite game, Am I
M.
the Asshole?
Haha. Alright, so let's look at our first post. Hello. Thank you very much for your insight. I appreciate all the comments. Some
Yeah.
said, wait, update.
Yeah, that's just an update to an original post. Don't look at any posts that say update. They're just follow-ups to original Am I the Asshole posts.
Block, whatever. Alright. Edit. I am autistic and don't like peas because of the texture. That makes me feel bad. I relate to that quite a lot. I'm dependent on my mom because I'm not able to live on my own yet, but I'm learning. I didn't realize that I could change the context of the story until it was pointed out to me. Thank you for your insight so far. Hello. I'm 20 and I live with my mom 4A in the UK. Mom hosted a mini dinner for some colleagues. Her husband... I'll read that. Next to the story. Okay. There was any strangers, but I had to sit with them, and which was a little bit stupid. They made food I don't like. It had peas, and I don't like peas. My mom knows this, and I wasn't allowed to eat other stuff because it would be making a fuss, and there was no time to make other things. I was not allowed to make something myself either. Okay. That's, something. I picked out the peas from my dinner feed to ducks at the pond, close to my stepdad's house because I know ducks like peas. They shouldn't eat bread because it's bad for them. I put all the peas in the cup with my little spoon. Mom's boss was sitting opposite of me and asked what I was doing, so I told him. He was silent for a while and then said, okay. We didn't talk a lot, but sometimes he asked me a question and I answered. At the end, he gave me some more peas he had removed from his own food. I asked if he also didn't like peas and said, I do like peas, but I also like ducks, so they can have my peas, which I think was nice of him. He also gave me $5 for £5 to buy ice cream for myself when I feed the ducks, which was very nice of him. We didn't talk much, but I think he was a nice man and I liked him. But when he left, he talked to my mom. She came to me and she was angry, upset. She asked me if I spent all dinner picking out peas, and I said no. I also ate the pasta bits, but there were a lot of peas to pick out. She asked why I did that in front of everyone because it's very rude to do during a dinner. Like, dude, I don't really like peas. I don't like the texture. It's autism, dude. It shows you I do not like the food and you're not interested in the guest. That is exactly what I thought, so that's true. Mom said that she understands that it's not nice, but if she says it's important, then it really is important that I should keep that in mind. There were people who deserve respect, who feel put off by others touching their food, and strangely not engaging with them. Mom's boss told her before he left that maybe next time I should eat something else since I didn't eat much. I'm not a big eater, so it's kind of normal for me, but I don't really know that. He doesn't know that, of course. But the point is that he said something negative to her that could have been avoided if I didn't pick the peas out of my goddamn food. I didn't think about this. I understand that this is not a good thing, but my mom was generally upset, and I think that is a little bit much. It's just a dinner, and he was a nice man. I don't think he's angry at all. I was wondering if I'm not seeing something important here, and it makes it an asshole thing to do. Am I the asshole? Thank you. Honestly...
okay, before we read the comments, let's evaluate it ourselves. Decent, you're first.
The poster is clearly the victim here. Like, he didn't like peas, he's autistic, he doesn't really like the texture. I can relate to that very much. And the guy was nice enough to buy us some ice cream. Whatever. Like, just leave it at that. But no! The mom says, ooh, it's rude. Like, no, dude, like, he didn't like it. I was okay with it. What's the issue? So, that's my input. This guy's the victim here.
Right. Being an autistic person myself, and also being dependent on my parents, I can totally see where he is coming from in regards to his living situation. And I can also see where he's coming from in, like, having a parent that you think would be supportive and understanding suddenly turn around and expect you to be normal. Like, immediately they forget what autism is and they think you're just making shit up. This guy is clearly not the asshole.
Yeah, so what the hell? But let's just see the comments. It's 99% outvoted. So let's see. Don't downvote assholes. Do upvote interesting posts, so that's something. Not the asshole.
Alright.
Uh,
I hate peace, it made me gag, blah blah.
blah blah.
Alright.
So,
Let's find another comment thread.
find another friend. So, wait, where's the thread? Wow, this is a big thread.
A thread, not.
NTA.
Alright. Like, if it's left aligned, it's a start of a new thread. And not the idiot. As a fellow autistic, I love this. Blah blah blah. She thinks your boss was put out. The details of the story say the opposite. After pondering your responses, he chose to engage you further. It was not necessary to force you to eat something you didn't enjoy. I agree.
Exactly.
NTA.
Alright. Like,
NAH,
while you
NTA.
keep scrolling, I'm gonna see if I can find another one.
Yay. NAH.
Like,
NTA. Not
Yeah.
one person.
like NAH is either not the asshole or no asshole.
Yeah, like there's no.
Someone said he is.
No one said there is. No one said he is. No one. That puts a lot of faith in humanity for me.
Yes. Okay. So, alright, I'm gonna find another one to read for me to read to you guys, and then I'll screen share it when I do.
Alrighty.
Number 2.
Okay, you had it sorted by hot,
Verdict,
I'm gonna
not
sort by
the
new
asshole, for
stuff.
number 1.
just to find some. Alright, I'm getting ready. Okay. So
Okay.
here's the, alright, while that loads, I'll read the title. Am I the asshole for asking my 12-year-old cousin why she wants to change the way she looks? Okay.
Okay, this is a lot more
I'm
vague.
25 female, and my cousin is 12 female. I'm 25 female, my cousin is 12 female. We come from a very close family, so I see her more as a little sister rather than a cousin. She's always been very into makeup and fashion. From 10, she wanted to try applying makeup, painting her nails, styling her hair, and stuff like that. I've always had the opinion that there's a fine line that shouldn't be crossed. For example, I wouldn't see painting her nails as an issue, but my auntie let her get acrylics at 10 years old, which I found ridiculous. I never said anything, as I don't think it's my place to do so, and if my auntie wants to raise her daughter in that way, then I can't change that. But I've always been shocked at the things she lets her do. Over the past 6 months, it's been escalating. My cousin called me and asked if I'd take her to get a piercing. She said her mom was allowing her to get a second low piercing on one ear. I said that if her mom approved, then sure. Hey, dingy. I took her, and in less than 6 months, she's ended up with 3 in each ear. She also had her other cousin put balayage highlights in her hair before she turned 12, which she told her dad was from lemon juice in the sun. I thought this was beginning to take it too far. She's also been allowed to get long acrylic nails and started wearing a lot more makeup and revealing clothing. It's currently school holidays, and my auntie's taking a few days off work to spend time with the kids. They came to our house for family dinner last night. When my cousin walked in, I nearly fainted. She has completely bleached her beautiful natural hair into a brassy blonde color all over. She's also had extremely long acrylics put on, and to top it off, semi-permanent eyelash extensions applied. I obviously couldn't hide my shock because I could tell my auntie was offended by just the way I was looking. My cousin came over toward me, and I said, "Why do you want to be blonde? You had such beautiful hair. You don't need to change yourself." Well, that caused the biggest fight I've ever had. My auntie went ballistic at me and stormed out my house. She said I have problems and shouldn't have said anything. I genuinely wasn't trying to be rude. I was just shocked and actually concerned. My auntie has allowed my cousin to feel the way she looks naturally isn't enough. Her 12-year-old friend has an eating disorder. I don't want my cousin to end up the same because she feels like the way she looks isn't good enough. Am I the asshole for saying something?
Not really.
Right off
because-
the bat, I'm gonna say no.
No, because, like, the way she was dressed was like, no, like, kids shouldn't dress like that, dude. Like, I mean, I can understand being blonde specifically, but these weird nails? Like, what the hell? That honestly
Like,
indicates that...
I've heard of toddlers. Go ahead.
Like, I get that, but, like, I get, dyeing your hair, like, wearing, like, basic makeup or whatever, but the way it was described, she was looking like some... Like, it indicates to me that this girl has some serious issues upstairs and within her family. Honestly.
Like, I've heard of toddlers and tiaras, but I feel like the mom of that kid is trying to put her on princesses and pedophiles or something. Like for speaking up, I'd say no, not the asshole.
Not at all. Like, not at all. I mean, if it were just the hair dye, then yeah, probably, but knowing all the context, no. Not at all.
Right. Alright, let's see what the comments say. It's like fashion, age appropriate, Munchausen syndrome, not the asshole. Not the asshole, but kids are growing up increasingly quickly nowadays. Uh-oh. You are the asshole just a little bit. You're not her parent. You can tell that she looks beautiful the way she is. To improve her self-image, you shouldn't be judgmental about her decisions that were approved by her mother. There's really nothing wrong with experimenting with her looks.
Like, revealing clothing should tell you fucking all, dude.
Small peepee.
Yes.
Not the asshole. Your auntie needs to be a better parent.
Alright.
Yeah.
We got one wacko, but...
Your turn.
Alright, my turn. Alright, let's find something good. Alright, let's actually find...
I need to turn mine off, right?
Content phobia, nah, that's too serious. Oh, this one. Ruining my friend's art collection. That could work.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Here we are. Am I the asshole for ruining my friend's art collection because she stole from me? So, my roommate, Jess, 19, female, is an artist and a pretty good one. I am an actual fan of her style, and I try to be supportive as I possibly can. She sells her art online, and she has a pretty good following on Instagram. My gran is moving house, and she sent me a huge box of clothes that she thought I'd like. It arrived as I was halfway out the door, so I left the box by the front door, but it clearly has my name on it. When I got back from work, I see the box is missing. I assume a roommate put it in my room. But I'm walking past her studio, I see the box. Jess has emptied the box and is doing her usual art on more plain-looking t-shirts. I asked her what she's doing with my clothes, and she acted surprised and she said thought the box was for her because she's been expecting a box of fabrics for her new collection. I point out my name written on the box and she goes a little red. This is where I may be the asshole. I go to her studio and put all the clothes in the box, and I take it to my room. Jess gets all annoyed and said I'm stealing from her because I took some of the shirts she had done art on already. I told her, too bad. Now she won't talk to me, but I can't tell if that's because she's embarrassed by her actions or she's mad at me. So I also saw a post on her shop account saying that the vintage collection has been cancelled, and in the comments she tells an upset follower that the fabrics guy backed out. So it's clear that she's trying to inadvertently pin this on me. Am I the asshole? Well, this is complicated because it's probable that the artist was like, oh, that this must be for me, like they probably got the name wrong. So she had some grounds to assume that they just got the name wrong and it was her fabrics, but apparently it was clearly... Wait, if the box had the name on it, Like, it would depend on if the guy who posted this, or the guy who posted this, whatever, wrote his name on the box. Like, if he wrote his name on the box, then, yeah, then the artist would be the asshole. But if, for example, if it was just on the box, then there's a bigger chance of the artist not realizing that it's not for her, and she probably realized that, and she probably thinks in her head that they just got the name wrong. So she's not trying to be an asshole in that point. So, depending on whether the name was written on the box or not, then if the name was written on the box, then the artist is the asshole, but if not, he's the asshole, sorry.
I'm gonna say, for one, that it was explicitly mentioned earlier in the story the name was written on the box, but despite that, I feel like the situation where the box was discovered by both of them could have been handled a little better. Like, she went red in the face from realizing that the person's name was on it. Maybe we don't know if that means like that she's been busted for stealing, or if she genuinely didn't know that the name was there. Maybe she wasn't looking. But with the guy like busting in, taking his clothes back, and ruining the whole line for the roommate's art studio, and them giving each other the silent treatment and dogging each other on social media, I'm gonna have to take a rare stance and say everybody's shit here.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Like, he could have easily just said, hey, the artist mistakenly took my shirt, I'm his roommate, took my shirt, I am her roommate, and I wanted to say, hey, it's just this weird misunderstanding, I believe that she can just reorder the fabric. So, I think your position makes the most sense here.
Alright. Well, we can't just take our own words for it. Let's see what the Redditors say.
NTA, she stole from you.
Ignore the bots.
You took back your property. That's not stealing her art. You know what? That actually makes sense, because she went ahead and wrote the art. Like, she should have looked on the box to see the name and said, oh, I shouldn't do this. Like, maybe I should ask permission. Like, she probably should have asked the roommate. Asked the roommate before doing the art. Like, I was like, oh crap, he's not the asshole, but then I read the rest of the story. She would know what was doing it if she was trying to be sneaky. ETA, it's the fact that she doubled down instead of admitting that she messed up that makes her solidly the asshole. That makes a lot of sense. Do you remember what she...
ETA is everyone's the asshole.
Alright, ETA. Okay. Everyone's the asshole here, pretty much. That's my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. She ordered fabric, and the box was full of clothes. Guaranteed clothes are made of fabric, but they were clearly marked with your name, not a shipping label with your name. Definitely NTA, and she gave to apologize for you wearing some of the clothes that your gran gave you. Huh.
Okay, my turn, unless you're not done yet.
Alright, your turn. Go ahead.
Alright.
1 sec.
Let's see, this one says... Uh-oh. Okay, I can't use this one. It got deleted by the moderator.
Oof.
I'm just gonna read the title, and we're just gonna guess based on that alone. Am I the asshole for being friends with someone 5 years younger? I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. I mean, I don't know, because, like, I don't know if they're romantic, then definitely yes, but friends? Not really, because, like, we don't know if this person's 50 or 15 or 25. Hell, like, I'm like 20 and I'm friends with you, MPH, and it's 4 years apart.
Right. Yeah. Alright. moderator said it was removed because no shit post parodies or satire, so this one wasn't even real. I'm gonna pick something else.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for cutting off my grandma? This is gonna be a biggin.
Alright, so a little backstory.
So, a little backstory. My grandparents raised me, and when I was growing up, my grandma spoiled me, to a ridiculous degree if I'm being honest. She helped me a lot when I was in grade school, struggling with dyslexia as well. However, it feels like this came at a price. She is/was very controlling. I couldn't even decorate my bedroom in a way I liked. It had to be how she thought it would look. She encouraged my bulimia because, and I quote, "you do what you have to stay pretty." And everything had to be about her feelings. I couldn't even express being upset with her without it being thrown back in my face that she took me in. Not to mention, she brought up constantly how my mother just left me with her. My mom is lucky I'd even talk to her. It's a long story, but my mom had good reasons. Fast forward to me being an adult. My grandpa has died, and while alive, he did absolutely everything for my grandma, down to trimming her toenails. Now that he's gone, she expects me, my mother, and my aunt to do it. We all have families and jobs. We simply can't devote that amount of time to her. We can't be at her beck and call like she expects us to. So as a result, she started faking emergencies. Now that we've caught on, she'll text us rude things, call our jobs demanding to speak to us, call our spouses. It's ridiculous. Aside from that, she begs me to pick her up so she can see me and my kids, which would be fine if she didn't tell my kids things like, "You don't have to listen to mom when in here, I'm her boss." She also berates my mother and aunt to me even when I ask her to stop. She even criticizes my husband because she thinks he isn't mature enough or even a man because he likes to play video games and read comic books. I've taken her home for this one. There's a lot more like her refusing to take care of her health, but then when she does get mildly sick, acts crazy when we want to come take care of her or offer to take her to the doctor. She also has an Adderall addiction and has said she'd rather never speak to us again than stop. I finally had enough and cut her off. Since then, she is threatening to call CPS on me if I don't let her see my children. There's nothing to report, so I told her mate to call. After that remark, I stopped answering calls. I've had family members tell me she raised me and I'm her favorite person, that I'm hurting her and should just stop being petty. Am I the asshole?
Fuck no! Like, for the way you're describing her, assuming this isn't biased, like, she's a fucking dick! Like, faking emergencies? Like, no! Like, I should not respect that at fucking all. Like, your background is not an excuse for that. Come on! Like, she's obviously not the fucking asshole.
Hey, this actually fits well. This is what I expect SmackDown to be. You know, how good reactions with this stuff.
She's not the fucking asshole. Like, why is
I
this
like
even
your
on
reaction.
this?
I like your reaction to this, though.
Thanks. Like, why is she even on here? Like, this should just be on our rant, not our I'm the asshole. She's obviously not the asshole.
Like, I mean, yeah, like, with the way she described her grandmother, I was kind of half expecting to hear her say that her grandmother voted for Trump. That's how bad she is. Not even close to being the asshole, this person.
Alright, my turn. Like, just, like, let's actually try to see someone, like, if someone says YIA, we should publicly shame them. Like, look for someone that says YIA, and then we publicly fucking shame them. And then we...
I mean, we can always blur out their username in post.
There is no post, we're live.
Okay. I mean, in the YouTube editor, like, when we're done here.
Yeah, let's not do that. Like,
Alright,
it's not worth the trouble.
Anyway, everybody in the comments is saying she's not the asshole, with one person recommending she should stop by r/narcissistic abuse.
Exactly.
Alright, go ahead. What do you got?
Can't trust her with my news.
Oh boy, is there any more of these GH that you found?
There's a lot. Like, we're taking turns, Tonyo. We're taking turns finding Am I the Asshole stories to judge.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, I think Decent found one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did. Am I the asshole for telling my mom I can't trust her with my news? This should be spicy. My mom has a bit of a habit of sharing other people's good, exciting news with other people. She isn't trying to be spiteful and get in there first, I don't think, but when she does it, she waves off the person's disappointment like it's an overreaction. An example was when my brother announced he and his GF were expecting. He wanted to be the one to tell everyone, but my mom couldn't wait and told her parents and sister that she was going to be a grandmother. A grandmother. Well, you should have told her first. I mean, if she wanted to tell her, and then you should have told her first. But let's read the rest of the thing. But the time I ever got around to calling them, he was gutted that they already knew. My mom said that she didn't realize and she wasn't meant to tell anyone, and my brother was annoyed, but ultimately let it go. She did the same thing when baby was born. Baby was poorly when born, so my brother was only telling immediately family that she was here because we just didn't know what was going to happen. Mom, quote-unquote, accidentally shared the photo in news, even announcing baby's name with her friends and her side of the family, and tried to claim that she hadn't meant to do it when they bombarded my mother with congratulations. Brother with congratulations. Apparently she hit send to all instead of just her parents and sister, but she wasn't supposed to tell anyone. My brother was furious and doesn't tell her anything now. Well, she was warned. At least I hope. But let's continue. A few weeks ago, I got an interview for my dream job. I've been working to get into this industry for years, and it's notoriously difficult to do. Too many applicants for too few jobs. The interview went well, and I was invited to a final round of interviews. I was excited, but I only told my parents and siblings. It was a long way to go, and I may not get the job, but I can't handle having to tell anyone I failed, so I've explicitly told them not to say anything to anyone else. The interview was Monday, and today I had text from my aunt and my mom's parents telling me how excited they are and can't wait to hear from me on Monday. I won't even know on Monday. I'm so upset. Not only does this ruin my chance to surprise my family by announcing something exciting about my future, if I get the job, but if I don't get it, I have to manage my family's disappointment, not to mention managing their expectations now. My gran is talking like I already have it. I tried speaking to my mom, but she laughed it off and said I'm being overdramatic and how this was supposed to, and how she was supposed to know the interview was a fucking secret. I know, I pointed out she keeps doing this, and now I can't trust her with any news. I said if I get the job, I will tell my grandparents and aunt before I tell her, because I can't trust her to let me have that moment. She thinks I'm being spiteful, but it's my news and my hard work. So why shouldn't I be the one to tell my own goddamn family? Am I being unreasonable when she only did it because she was excited and happy for me?
Shut up, edit. We're not going to read the edit part. That's just some afterthought. Let's just go with responses here first.
Alright, so here's my response. Well, here's the thing. If she's constantly warned all the time, then this is an NTA, I guess? Or maybe probably an ETA, because, like, if you have good news, then it's very tempting to tell people that you have good news. Like, like for example, like, why wouldn't you let people know, hey, something great happened to me? Unless people hate you. But here's the thing. This mom here I'm pretty confident that she would give out, like, a password or something. So, in that sense, like, if it's, like, confidential information, then, like, since this could very well be confidential information, then I would say this is somewhere between NTA and ETA. She's not the asshole here, probably, but in reality, everyone's a hassle here.
Okay, the way I'm looking at it, like, the guy obviously doesn't want to spread the good news of getting the dream job yet, because he only just made it to final round of interviews. He doesn't know if he had the job yet, and if he tells everybody he got the job at this point, and then it turns out he doesn't, he has to deal with the anxiety he mentioned earlier of having to tell everyone that was so excited and so proud of him for getting the dream job that he didn't get the dream job. And that's understandably a feeling you wouldn't want to face. So, for not wanting to tell his mom about this or similar news things, given her habit of spreading it around like butter, I would say not the asshole.
Yeah, but here is a bit of a counter argument to that. Like, it is a good thing that you're doing an interview. Like, people would want to wish you good luck. So I would just tell the mother, hey, I don't really have the job yet, so make sure to mention that. And that would go from congratulations to good luck. And if in the event that they don't get the job, they could be like, I didn't get the job. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And then I would be like, that's fine. I'll just try again. I mean, there is a situation where that could work. But in the way that you're subscribing it strictly, then I guess it's a not the asshole situation. I just tend to think of it as an ETS situation.
I'd say it's complicated. I'm leaning toward NTA strongly, but given what you said, if it is possible to reason with her, and this person didn't make any clearance as to whether the mother is a person that can be reasoned with in regard to sharing special news about other people. If she could be reasoned with, then you could totally get her to dial it back and maybe see what can be done. Let's see what the comments say.
All right, let's see. All right, NCA, but I'm so confused as to what you expected to happen. Right, that was my reaction. OP needs to look up the definition of insanity. So they're clearly leaning towards NTA. I think that's what...
NTA, but he was foolish to tell people in the first place.
Yeah, pretty much. NTA, mom sounds like she's trying to manipulate / guilt you. I can see that. If she can't keep her mouth shut, then that's on her. It's unfortunate not being able to share exciting news with your mom, but I don't really think there's much else she can do. Well, if they really want to control their own narrative, then I'd have to agree, now that it's from the perspective of, hey, I want to control my own narrative. That could work. That could probably work.
Alright.
NTA, got in there first. Yes, she's trying to get in there first because she keeps accidentally sharing things and saying she didn't know when it was supposed to be confidential. Alright, I'm firmly NTA now, these perspectives did it for me. Only thing I tell her to do is stop telling her anything until after, or make her the last one to know. Huh, that could work. Huh.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, a YTA.
You're the asshole for ignoring the pattern of possible behaviors and expecting a different outcome. Okay, so I wouldn't say that person's necessarily saying he's an asshole, but it's probably misplaced. Maybe he just means he's an idiot. Because, if you're going to keep telling him things, knowing his past behavior, you are kind of an idiot.
Oh. Alright, so we have our outlier, and we come to a consensus. Not the asshole. Your turn.
Absolutely not. Alright. Okay, here's a special one for any gamers out there. This one says, am I the asshole for drunkenly, jokingly saying, I wished I was in a relationship with Olivia from Fire Emblem?
For drunkenly saying Olivia from Fire Emblem. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, this one's a short one. Well, this spiraled out of control. We got drunk with a new couple we're friends with, and we were telling the story of how we met, with me dressed up as Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening, and her as Olivia. I remember saying I miss Olivia as a joke, and my wife said something along the lines. I thought she was being combative when she was joking, and I tried to defend myself by saying she tricked me by acting like Olivia the whole day. Now she was actually getting combative, and she asked what I meant by tricked. I said I scheduled a date with her while she was still acting like Olivia. It leads a guy to think the girl is actually like that if she doesn't drop the act. She called me stupid and said, of course she doesn't actually act and sound like Olivia from Fire Emblem. I made a joking response saying, I wish I was in a relationship with Olivia. She wouldn't call me that. Now it was a joke. I was drunk, but obviously you're not supposed to say that kind of thing to your wife. But she was pushing me and embarrassing me in front of our friends. Am I the asshole?
Honestly, I don't really know.
I mean, it's hard for me to get a sense of grounded perspective when it's revealed that everybody's drunk, honestly.
Yeah, like, people say dumb shit when they're drunk, but even if you're drunk, you should, you know, think about what you're saying, but you can't really think about what you're saying, so I don't really know.
Drunk people don't think.
Yeah. But then again, I would say someone is a quote-unquote asshole for drunk driving, for example.
Right. Like, I'll say, they obviously meant to take joking jabs at each other, but because they took it just a level serious enough that it actually became a rift in their relationship, I would say, like, either no assholes or everybody's shit. It's tricky for me.
Yeah, it's tricky for me too. I'm gonna say everyone's an asshole. Wait, let me just read this. So here's a joke. I've said something along the lines of. All right, let's look at the comments. Let's see what I have to say.
Alright, the comments say, everyone's shit here. Getting drunk and arguing over stupid shit is just stupid. Stop wasting everyone's time here and straighten up your acts. You're the asshole. You're responsible for the words you say, even while drunk. You're also responsible for how much you drink, especially if you know yourself to make rude jokes while drunk. You're the asshole. You're mean to your wife. Wife before waifu-foo. You're the asshole. You got drunk, acted like an ass. You're drunk. It pretty much makes it impossible not to be the asshole. If she's getting combative, you know it, you continue pushing a joke. You're the asshole and a very stupid husband. This is a person asking for info, and judging from the lack of replies, they didn't get it. Everything you said was the wrong thing to say from top to bottom. You kept going well past when you should have. You're the asshole. We have an outlier of not the asshole. Your wife is just a cartoon character. She could have just played Uno reverse card and said she wished she was in a relationship with Robin. No assholes. Sounds like a bit of an overreaction. Your joking sound maybe serious to her. I was being said if it was true. Miscommunication. Just apologize and move on. If she doesn't forgive, then not the asshole. Not the asshole told her to back off your waifu. Not the asshole that should have promised your marriage. So it's either or from the crowd.
Yeah, so I think our verdict here is pretty much everyone's shit here.
Like, for being drunk and letting it escalate, yeah, they're all shit.
Pretty much. Alright, my turn. Okay.
Your turn.
Okay, let's find something. Ooh, let's not use... Let's look at new. Let's see what they have. Okay.
Like, I was actually looking at new the whole time.
Oh, alrighty. Oh. Alrighty, and let's see this one. Am I the asshole for using my friend's Minecraft account extensively? Huh.
The heck?
Yeah, what the hell? A few months ago, a friend of a friend that I met on Discord told me that she had a spare Minecraft account that I could use. I'm not able to get one. Whoever she got it from was lying or spelled something wrong because it didn't work. She wasn't able to get back in contact with the guy who gave it to her. she since felt guilty for it. She lended me hers. I quickly got obsessed with the game, spending 4 to 6 hours at my peak. Because of this, she played a lot less. I made her to text her and let her know if I was ever able to play. She messaged me, I'll get off. This worked for a bit. When I recently texted her and asked her if she was still okay with me on her account, she gave me a and she said it was fine. To me, she really wanted me to say no, but she was trying to be nice. Even today, when I logged into Hypixel, her BF, who paid for friends MVP Plus, asked me saying free MP Plus for you, lol. It was from a friend's name. Even today, when I logged into Hypixel, her BF, who paid for friends MVP. Friends MVP message me with free MVP for you all. It was right my friend's name. I get what he meant, but I play a lot more than they want on our account, and I get feeling my friend told her BF that she wouldn't play with him because I was logged on. So, am I an asshole? Well, I'm gonna say yes, because like, you should have been very well aware that it was someone else's account, and you could have at least had some sort of idea that, hey, you're not supposed to rock the boat too much, so, like, even if you want to create something, have it be in what you think that they enjoy. So, at the very least, they could play it somehow, like, probably you could have, like, one half of the world for you, the other half for the other person. So, I think this person's the asshole for using the account like it's his when it should be, he should have been more aware that he was sharing the damn thing. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, like, I'm gonna say, like, from the outset, a bit more technical terms, without revealing too much detail because of YouTube restrictions, there are cracked clients and servers for Minecraft Java if you want to get in without paying a dime. I'm not gonna get into more detail of that for legal reasons, but yes, that's a thing that exists. But, like, I'm surprised OP was not aware of such a thing, but that aside, like, I feel like the other person being speechless meant, like, they didn't want to hurt their feelings. I felt like OP should have, like, talked to them and said, what's going on? Is there something wrong? Am I getting in the way of something? Be honest with me, stuff like that. But he didn't reach out. He just kept going and going. And then got in the middle of something with her boyfriend because of some premium shit in Hypixel. So I'd say, leaning between intentionally or inadvertent, leaning between intentional or not intentional, either way you look at it, they are the asshole.
Alright, so we're in agreement. Let's see the comments.
Let's see what the crowd says.
It is a bit of a dick move, by the way.
There is none. Nobody commented on this.
Oh, right.
Is it archived? Is it?
No. This was posted 10 minutes ago, literally.
Okay. I guess nobody commented on it yet. Keep refreshing. See if someone says something. In the meantime, I'll look for my next one.
Oh, I'm not sure how old either of you are, but I'm not going to give you a benefit of the doubt and assume you're pretty darn young. Not the asshole, bear. Okay, like, if you're friends on Discord, you shouldn't be pretty darn young on fucking Discord, dude. You're supposed to be at least 13 years old.
Hey, by the way, you know about the account using like it was his? Reminds me of some certain person here with one of the YRC accounts, by the way.
Yep. Barely. If she had an issue with it, she would have spoken up. But this is also common courtesy. If she's letting you play her account, don't tie up for hours upon hours. It's time to move on. Dude, like, people expect to have their accounts treated with respect. Like, what he should have done is set half of the world aside for himself and then set the other half for the owner. What the hell? Like, yeah, you're the asshole in this case, thank you. if you're playing that long and I'm paying the actual account owner and didn't back off when you thought she wanted to say no, then you're abusing the ability to borrow. Thank you.
Right.
Alright.
Okay, alright, this one's a bit of an NSFW one, so hold on to your butts.
Suts.
Uh, uh. This one says, am I the asshole for kicking strangers off my couch for having sex on it? Okay. Half ago, today was her housewarming. Her 4 friends from out of town were all meant to sleep in the living room on our 2 futons, one being hers, one being mine. She passed out a little too early before she got to see that her friends got to bed okay. I took it upon myself to get them comfortable as it's very cold right now. It ended up just being 2 of her friends, a couple, sleeping on the futon, while her other 2 friends bonded with her. I, female 20, let them use my shower, but asked that they not have any kind of sex in it, but they did anyway. Fingering, which they claimed wasn't actually sex. Fair enough, I didn't kick up any spit. I told them they could take my futon if they preferred, as it was more comfortable than my roommates, but asked that they not have sex on it. At first somewhat jokingly, then again reiterated it with seriousness. I also expressed that fingering was sex in this case. They agreed, asked for something to warm up with. I offered them a blanket personally from my bed, leaving me with a very thin blanket myself, and a makeshift pillow for my giant teddy bear. But again, reiterated, no sex, and they gladly took it and agreed again. After about 20 minutes, I hear some ass slapping and general playfulness and asked them to keep it down with a joke. It was 2 a.m. They agreed. Cut to 20 minutes later, and I hear them straight up fucking. At this point, I'm pretty pissed. I come out, tell both of them to get off of it and onto the other futon. I take the blanket back and teddy bear pillow to chuck in the washing machine. Then, in a fit of upset, I just dragged the whole couch into my bedroom. They seemed really uncomfortable, but I did not trust them not to fuck on it once I left after them establishing a pattern of not listening to my one wish. Edit, I was also quite drunk at this point. I have germ-based and contamination OCD, but frankly, I don't think that required disclosing. These weren't my guests, and I repeatedly asked them not to have sex on my belongings, even my fucking teddy bear, which they have fully agreed to. At least with a bed, you can wash the sheets. There's not much you can do with a couch. It sucks because I got along with them really well throughout the night, and I feel bad for getting so angry at them, but it just seemed ridiculous disrespectful to me. I feel bad leaving them without the blanket when I could have just washed it in the morning, but my drunk brain wasn't really working at full capacity to realize that. Am I the asshole? And there's also some optional context you can read if you care about it.
Not at all. Not at all. Like, dude, like, if people want to fuck on your couch, like, that's the thing. Like, I don't fap at other people's houses. Like, that's not a good thing to do. Like, that shit can get dirty. Shit can...
Been is your own personal thing you can do at your own time, not at people's
houses. Like, it should be expected that you don't fucking fuck on other people's things. Like, that's a home thing.
It's like if you actually you got wet and you wet someone's couch. That's way more disturbing.
Exactly. Like, especially that has germ and contamination OCD, and she's drunk. Like, dude, like, what did you expect? Like, these people are dumbasses. Like, if they were friends, they should have known that about her. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. The context says she felt like her boundaries were just being shoved around because she's a lesbian, and the couple and the bad couple were polyamorous, and they weren't into it. And she wasn't. No, she wasn't into it. They pretty much, the female of the couple wanted to kept asking OP for sex over and over, and she kept saying no. So yeah, I think that makes it even worse for the couple, not the asshole.
Yeah, even worse. Not the asshole, definitely. Do we even need to look at the comments?
And the crowd says,
Defensive.
well, I'm just gonna brush. Let's see. No, 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 no. No. It's all. Wait. What the fuck? Oh, I guess this person was replying to someone that got deleted. I don't mind being called that. I guess someone called her an asshole, but also called her an incel. And I guess that person's comment got deleted. Thank God.
Oh.
So all the people that remain, they all say not the asshole, and it's nice to know we're all in agreement on something.
Alright. Just for panic, taking 2 counts. 1. I'm trying to look for something interesting here.
Right.
Okay.
Alright. While you're doing that, I'm gonna look for my future turn under the top section.
Alright. Oh boy, this one. Am I the asshole for calling a lady out on ruining my Disney experience today? Huh.
Alright, share it. Let's go.
Alright, 1 sec. Alright, now I just gotta share for the audience. If there is an audience. Alright, here we are. Am I an asshole for calling a lady out on ruining my Disney experience today? My friend and I were on Rise of the Resistance at Disney World. I won't give any spoilers because it's a super cool ride and it's very immersive. Very smart move. There is a part where you're put into a room with other people and nothing happens for about 5 minutes. My friend and I each made a small comment pretending it was real, because we like to immerse ourselves in the experience. On that ride in particular, one of the ladies in the room very rudely and passively aggressively said, "We're trying to enjoy the experience, thanks." It bothered me so much that it ruined the rest of the ride for my friend and I, who was a huge Star Wars fan. So when we got off the ride, I went up to the lady and very politely said, "I'm sorry if you thought we were ruining your experience later." And she cut me off saying it was okay, thinking I was just apologizing. I then said, "But you ruined the entire experience for us by being rude."
I went up to the lady and said, "I'm very sorry if you thought we were ruining our experience later."
And she cut me off saying it was okay, thinking I was just apologizing. I then said, "You ruined the entire experience for us for being rude." She then got all clappy in my face about it, not sure what she said because I was so shocked by her reaction. I did call her a bitch and walked away, and then she said something about my eyeshadow. I wear brightly colored eyeshadow as my thing, but whatever. So I turned around and she said, "Oh, that's what we're doing now? Making fun of my eyeshadow? Having a magical day." And I turned to leave, and my cast number was pulling out of a line of people exiting. I'm not sure what happened, but I do know Disney doesn't play around, and she could have possibly been ejected from the park, or at the very least had her vacation ruined. She was clearly very the aggressor in the situation. From the park. So am I the asshole for standing on myself and letting someone know when they're being rude? I feel like I should just have to let it go, but I felt like she needed to know she was being rude, and she's not the only person trying to have fun. Oh, this is only 67% upvoted, so these should be spicy comments. 67% upvoted. Ooh.
Right. So what do we think before comments? What do you think first?
What do I think? Well,
okay, when she got off the spot,
passive, we're trying to enjoy the experience, thanks. Like, here's the thing, like, they're trying to enjoy the experience too, and when you're on a ride, you're supposed to be immersed. You're supposed to say, "Oh, this thing's actually happening." But when we try to have fun with that, when I have do that and have fun, she's like, "Oh, we're trying to enjoy the experience. Thanks. Oh, that's for experience. Thanks. I was like, but I mean, they did say, she did say that was okay. I'm sorry if you thought we were ruining your experience earlier. Like, that's very nice. And she cut me off saying it was okay, thinking it was just apologizing, but you ruined the entire experience for us by being rude. It was okay, then I don't know if the OP's being honest about the lady being the aggressor. Like, she could have just said...
I mean, the way...
Like, she could have just said...
The way I read that sentence, the intent... Go ahead.
Like, what I was trying to say was... Like, he could have easily... OP could have easily just said, oh, I accept your apology, and just roll with it. Like, oh, it's an apology? Well, then... So... I think that the OP was being aggressive after he said, but you ruined the experience for us by being rude. He could have chose not to say that and just accepted her quote-unquote apology.
Like, the way I read it, it was OP who was trying to say sorry to the old lady, sorry to the lady for if she thought we were rude, but you were actually being rude. Like, it wouldn't have been like such a heel turn swing if the other lady just shut up and realized it wasn't an apology, because like OP got pushed to be more aggressive because she was cut off. Like, it's like when you're at a birthday party for someone else and it's also your birthday and they were like, happy birthday to, and then you rush in like, me, like trying to steal their party. That's what the lady was doing, trying to cut off the non-apology.
Oh.
But then again, the fact that it was a non-apology in the first place is just scum as well. But as far as the immersion factor goes and how the situation was handled afterwards, like, I'm not sure who the asshole is I'm not explicitly on who the asshole is, but I do think that the lady, like, pretty much embodies the type that would get banned from the Mickey Mouse Club. You know what I mean? You have been banned from the Mickey Mouse Club for inappropriate behavior. That's what I think that lady's going through right now.
Yeah, so I think my verdict on this, considering my opinion and your opinion, is everyone's shit here. Everyone's shit here, slightly leaning on not the asshole.
Like, I mean,
everyone's shit here.
I'm definitely raising an info flag for sure, because there's stuff we don't know. But based on what we got, I'm gonna say everyone's shit here.
Yeah, me too. Alright, and... Oh, it's already been an hour, so... How about we conclude with yours? Your turn.
Let's see what the comments say about this one first. You already said this one might be spicy.
YTA, you made a big deal about absolutely nothing, and you want a gold star for making a big deal of absolutely nothing? You weren't standing up for yourself, you were just being rude and then getting smug about upsetting someone with being rude. Okay. Oh! Someone responded with nothing. Wait, oh, it wasn't nothing. I wasn't interacting this, I was intending to start anything with her. She said something rude about the experience. And then I let her know that she wanted my experience as being rude. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I'm not looking for a gold star or anything along those lines. If I were being smug, I wouldn't be worried about being the asshole or not. Tracking someone down to make a big deal about a throwaway comment was absolutely you trying to start something with her. You're the asshole. Congratulations. Oh. This is a fight here.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into this.
Yeah, let's not get into this. Let's look for more comments. NTA.
Yeah, let's... Yeah, you keep going while I look for another one.
Yay, that was so wholesome to read. It was a nice thing some people be socially normal. What about it? NCA, YTA. So, yeah, it's pretty much confirmed. I just say everyone's shit here. So this...
Yeah, like the lady for making the throwaway comment, and then the OP for making a bigger deal about it than she should.
Excellent. Alright,
Okay.
so...
Okay. This one might hit close to home. Am I the asshole for telling my friend the reason nobody wants to hang out with him?
I mean, you're
Let's
being
see.
blunt.
Um,
And you're trying... The good thing about a friend is that they try to make you
blunt, I
better.
can appreciate that. Let's be short.
Alright.
Right. So I have a friend who we'll call John. John and I have been friends for a while, and I'm the only one he hangs out with on a regular basis. Currently, we are on vacation together, and I was going to make myself some food when he flipped out. He told me that I'm not allowed to make food because... Hold on, let me hang this up. Doing SmackDown. He told me that I'm not allowed to make food because he was about to cook dinner, and that if I made food now, he wouldn't give me any of the dinner he made. He also berated me for being vegetarian, and that it's my fault that I don't like the food he's making because it has meat in it. I told him, this is the exact reason nobody wants to hang out with you. You try to control everybody's lives and make them do what you want. Clearly he wasn't happy with what I said, but I think he needs to realize that nobody likes to be told what they have to do, and nobody likes having someone micromanage them. So was I right to say that, or did I take it too far?
Like, this guy, the friend that flipped out, he's a fucking asshole, so this is clearly not the asshole. Like, you're being blunt by saying, hey, you try to control people's lives, so this is why people don't want to be friends with you. You gotta work on that. Like, he could have went further and explained that in detail, how that was an example, so he could have a better idea of what to watch out for, and try to work on that. And if he doesn't work on that, then he's just an asshole. So, not the asshole, but I will say that OP should have went into more detail as to how he was super controlling, so that the friend can improve. I'll say that.
Like, I'm gonna go with not the asshole, but I'm also going to add that if this doesn't make the friend turn around and change his behavior, dump his sorry ass, because he's not worth it.
Exactly. Like I said, like, you should have went into more detail so he can improve, and if he doesn't improve, get rid of him. Like, that simple.
Let's see, not the asshole, you weren't nice, you didn't call me to below the belt. He did, G.
Chris
Let's
isn't
see,
like
what
a
else do
fucking
we got
adult.
here? This is... Let's see, not the idiot, and what the fuck? Why would you hang out with the person that berates you, tries to control what you eat? Why would you think that's remotely appropriate or okay? How old are you two? OP responds, we're both 16. The problem is we have all our classes together. We're both interested in the same things. I can't really end the friendship. He's definitely shown that he loves to control people's lives, and other friends I've talked to felt the same way. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. You can end the friendship. You may have the association because you still see him, but you're not required to spend your energy on someone, not the asshole. Not the asshole, but you said it in a mean way, which is totally relatable to someone acting like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Stop talking to him or just straight up tell him you're not interested in hanging out with him anymore. Maybe if he fixes his attitude. Blah, 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 blah. Not the asshole. It's good to share hard truths with close friends. If no one ever criticizes them constructively, they never get better. Not the asshole. He was literally trying to control your life. You be vegetarian. If you want to be vegetarian, eat those damn veggies. Damn straight. Why are you friends with this ass? What's the upside? Not the asshole. He's making a meal he knows you won't eat. He's trying to tell you not to make food. I can't wrap my head around the mental gymnastics. We have one holdout. We have everyone's shit here. The whole argument over food sounds absolutely insane to me. Of course, you need to make your own food. The dinner he's planning has meat in it. You're a vegetarian. If he wants you to eat the dinner he's cooked, he needs to make it so the meat is cooked separately so you can eat the other part of it. Throwing it in his face and no one hang out with him is a bit much. He sounds difficult, but if you're an actual genuine friend, you won't make it sound like friendship is just charity. You should stand for yourself. I think you went too far.
Well, here's the thing, like,
Let's see,
it's true that the friendship is kind of just charity. Because, like, she's only quote-unquote friends with him because they're in all the same shit. They are in the same class, they're in the same dorm. Or did I read that wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. They're like they share classes, they share interests, and like that they're just gonna see each other a lot. That's the only reason they're friends.
Yeah. So, it's pretty much confirmed. Not the asshole. But that ESH
Yeah.
thing...
The only
Go ahead. No, I'm not gonna say it.
the only comments that lean away from NTA. The only comments that lean away from NTA seem to imply that he took it to aggressively blow up in his face for like the appropriate reason, but went a little too far with it. So I really don't know what. So I'm gonna go by the majority vote, not the asshole.
Me too. Alright, should we keep going? Because we're an hour in.
I think this is fine for the ending.
This is
Yeah.
fun for the ending too.
In
I think that too.
Yeah, I feel like we should
in
conclude because.
conclusion,
Go ahead.
there are assholes, there are people that. In conclusion, the world is full of assholes and people that will try to gaslight you into thinking you're an asshole for doing normal shits. But it's nice to know that we aren't doomed as humanity because people are responding to these situations with the right level of seriousness that they deserve. We might come back to this someday, probably in the
Yes.
future.
Exactly.
What's next for SmackDown?
What's next for SmackDown? This was an unorthodox episode, but you're going to see a lot more of these. But next episode is going to be a more traditional episode. Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yes, we're a kid.
Could be a kid. Yes, we're going to talk about Chuck E. Cheese, other places like it, and its current situation. Next episode.
Yes.
And as for Raw, what we're going to do is play Friday Night Funkin', but not just any Friday Night Funkin'. We're going to be playing it on YouTube.
Yes. So yeah, stick out for that for next week. So yeah.
Yes, now that you know what to look forward to... Oh wait, like, there's actually gonna be a second part of our Metopia special tonight at 10 p.m.
Yeah. So go watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch that, and yeah, I guess it's gonna be fun.
Yep. So, that's what we're gonna do.